Good morning. So I'm gonna do a couple of videos this morning. This first one is, haha, look at my hair, I look like a queen. The first one is what happened, why I got banned from Facebook, and that I'm still banned actually. So yesterday my profile was completely gone from Facebook. It didn't exist to me or anyone else. Today it's back, but I can't leave groups, I can't post comments, and I can't make any posts at all. So I'm just there. I can like and love the shit out of everybody's stuff, but I can't interact. So I'm kind of like on this 40-hour penalty, and I'm just gonna tell you the truth about why. From my perspective anyway. So the truth is that the photographs that you maybe saw on my profile picture were safe for Facebook. There was no nipple, no pubic hair, that you could see. So, but they were still somehow not a problem. So what actually happened was that I had actually nude art, like, so the ones that were actually nude, and I posted them in a group of what I thought, I posted them in the wrong group. I thought it was a different group. And it didn't work out so well. That group was not happy to see those photographs. Well, somebody in that group was not happy to see those photographs and reported me, and it's obvious nudity. So I got in trouble, in big trouble. And it's awesome. It's brought a lot of things to light for me. One being, pay attention, sweetheart. Pay attention to where you're posting shit, you know, for me. Pay attention to where you're adored and loved, and you know, it's one place where I realize all of my expression is not appreciated. So I don't need to be there, and that's like great news. It showed me that I can live without Facebook. I would be okay, and I would get on, and it also showed me that I don't want to be, you know, blocked out of it. I have really been enjoying, yesterday I had a blast. I painted for the first time in a long time, and I painted a vagina and a boob and a bunch of chakra stuff, and it was awesome. And you know, we all have preferences, and we're all allowed our preferences, and the world that I want to live in allows us all our preferences. So while my pictures were put in the category of pornography, they weren't pornography to me. Let me explain what pornography is to me. So pornography is something that is contrived, posed, made to look a certain way, implying something that isn't true. It's like, and often in photographs it's photoshopped. It doesn't feel comfortable to me. It doesn't feel authentic to me. It doesn't feel intimate to me. And that's my preference. I don't know what other people see in it. Now, the pornography that I've seen, and let's be honest, I haven't seen a lot because it's not my preference, has not met my standard, you know, what do you call it, a snobby standard? Let's call it a high standard. Let's just call it my preference. My preference is not pornography, because in pornography, it's lacking in intimacy to me. Both what I'm seeing on the screen and the interaction between me and the screen. And intimacy is a vital part of my nourishment. I don't ever leave pornography, whether it's photographs or video, feeling nourished. And that's a requirement for me in my life. That's a preference for me in my life. And having gone through porn addiction in my household, I just have like I actually have a pretty open mind about it. So I just know that it's not my preference. The nude photography work that has come out in the last 10 years, and it's been here before that, by amazing photographers, fucking lights me up. The intimacy, the real rawness of them. I fucking have a preference for that shit. Like, I love it. And so I see it differently, but I want to live in the world where all preferences are equal. Not gooder or badder or worser or lesser or more moral or less moral, but where all preferences are totally allowed, that we are treated as adults to make our own decisions. And the world that I want to live in has been stripped of blame, shame, and guilt. If you take blame, shame, and guilt out of the equation of our human existence, we will make very different decisions as a species, as individuals. When you strip out blame, shame, and guilt, your preferences change. And your tolerance and your openness expands exponentially. So I'm not ashamed. I don't feel guilty at all for posting any of those pictures. I don't blame the people who reported me. Oh, hell no. They're allowed to have their preferences as much as I'm allowed to have my preferences. It's a beautiful thing, this life. And I will say there's a part of me that is a goddamn motherfucking rebel and hates rules, like really hates rules. Like, and Facebook, this experience the last 2 days is not the only place that I'm butting heads with rules right now in my life. And so it's fascinating. It's a great inquiry for me. It's a great experience of like just looking at like where I kind of like, I push against the shackles that seem to come to me from outside of me, because inside of me there just are no rules. My lived direct experience as this being, there are no rules. There are preferences. But preferences are fluid. They shift and change. And they're so simple. Let me ask you this. Do you like chocolate or vanilla? Whatever your answer is perfect. It could be one or the other or neither. But they're preferences, and you don't take those preferences personally. You don't think, I'm a bad person because I don't like vanilla. You don't. It's just a preference. And preferences are so soft and tender and open. They're also very fierce and powerful to say, I have a preference. I prefer this way to that way. It doesn't mean that way's wrong. It's just not my preference. It's just not where I want to spend my time or invest my energy. And it's so simple. So I'm getting ready to do a video right after this. It's a channeling video. And by channeling, when I say channeling, I mean I'm opening myself up to everything that we all are. I'm not channeling any alien forms that I know of. I had a friend of mine say yesterday, every time I talk to you, not every time, that's me, I exaggerated. But often when I talk to you afterwards, I feel like an alien. And I thought that was interesting. And the more we talked, the more I realized, no, you just feel like a newborn baby. After you talk to me, you feel like a newborn baby, and we just don't know what that feels like. So I'm about to lay it down. I did this in September. I did another video of the channeling in September. It was about death and living longer and fascia, and I'm about to lay it down again. See you in a minute. I love you. And I'll be back on Facebook posting again, probably by Monday, because the weekend is full of awesome shit that might keep me away from Facebook.